Hello everyone, welcome to my channel, The King Lee Way. My name is King, and today, before I talk about the topic in hand today, I am at Zark's Burgers, and this is located here in Cebu, Philippines, IT Park. Yes, I love IT Park. And most of these places are open almost 24/7. So before I go into my topic, I got the ultimate Zark's burger. Let me turn this around. And I got the meaty fries. Okay, so the topic at hand is you want to teach English in South Korea. So I want to talk about the 5 necessary things and documents and recommendations for you to teach in South Korea. And this is mostly for native English speakers. But before I start with point number 1, I'm gonna just dig into some of this food right now. So here we go. I'm gonna attack those meaty fries. Oh yeah, it is so good already. Okay. Not bad. And before I came here, I came with my buddy here. He said that the Zark's burger in another area wasn't as good, but the one here in IT Park is much better. Pretty good. And got my service water. All right. First thing, this is for all native English speakers. So, to get an E2 visa, you must be from these 7 countries: United States of America, Canada, New Zealand, Australia, South Africa, UK, the United Kingdom, and Ireland. So you got to be from those 7 countries. Now, what is a requirement for an E2 visa? First thing is a 4-year degree, and it has to be apostilled. So as you can see, this is my degree from the state of California. So it has the apostille on here. So what I did is I went to a place like FedEx and Kinko's. They Xerox copied my degree. So I have my copy of a degree in here. And then, of course, over there, there's a notary. They notarized it. So that was the first step I had to do. Second step, I had to go to my local court area, which I'm going to talk about in Southern California. I had to go to Van Nuys courthouse to say that the notary is good. So it was a 3-step process. So step 1, I went to Kinko's, or FedEx, Kinko's, and got the copy and notarized. Then went to Van Nuys, and they said, okay, that notary's good. Then I had to go to downtown LA and get the apostille. So it was a 3-step process. It was an all-day process. So usually I get 2 or 3. I have like 5 copies of these, just in case when I go teach in South Korea, they don't give this back to me. I'm like, okay, I have extra copies. Most of the times I'm very, aggressive, like I need those documents back. Because I am not on a E2 visa, I am on a F4 visa, one of the F-series visas where I can go freelance, and I need copies of these to distribute in case I work other jobs. So just remember, on E2, you're technically not allowed to work other jobs. Where for myself, if you're on an F-series visa, you can be a freelance English teacher in Korea. So that is step number 1. You need a 4-year degree, and it must be apostilled. Okay? So that's the first part. Now, before I continue, I'm gonna jump into this burger, get my hands dirty a little bit. Oh yeah, the Zark's ultimate burger. Take a look. It's a good sized bun, I like that. So I'm gonna take a nice big bite of this. Not bad. This is my second visit here. Okay. So the second thing you need, and sometimes some people will agree or disagree with me, I have a TEFL and TESOL certification here. So I have one for TEFL and one for TESOL. So, and I have a total of 160 hours. They usually want some classroom time, which I do have classroom time. So I did mine through Oxford Seminars. It cost me about $800. But of course you could maybe go on Groupon and get it for $5, or there's cheaper options now. Question is, are they gonna accept it? Most of the times, like if you're gonna work at an English academy called a Hagwon, they either ask for it or don't ask for it. 50% of the Hagwons asked me for it, the other 50% didn't even care. They were just like, oh, you have a North American accent, we can use you. Just have all the legal paperwork. So yeah, so TESOL and TEFL, you need that. And usually for the public school, the EPIC program, English program in Korea, they usually want you to have a TEFL. But then I talked to some of the EPIC teachers, some says, nope, they didn't ask. Some said yes, and I'm like, okay, whatever. To each to its own. But just to be, over prepared, just get it. Just have everything with you. Have all your ducats in a row. So have one of these and make sure it's at least 100, 150 hours. Okay? So that is number 2. And remember, this does not have to be apostilled. You don't need to go through that process. I don't think that would even apostille it. They'll be like, they will, but for your money, but no. This one, you don't need an apostille. So that's number 2. All right, I'm gonna go dig into some more food here. I'm gonna throw some mustard up in here. Yeah, kind of mix up my little meaty fries with some condiments. Yeah. All right, let me get into this more mix here. Oh yeah. Yeah. Get my hands dirty again. Oh yeah. All right. Pretty good. So far, I haven't been disappointed here. All right. So, let me review the requirements. Number 1 was you need a 4-year degree, bachelor's degree, and it's got to be apostilled in your home country. So US, UK, wherever you're coming from. Number 2, have a TESOL or TEFL certification. It would help you just in case. Now, number 3, this is the important one, and this is the one that causes the biggest headache. It's called the FBI background check. So I can speak from experience from the United States point of view. I've done it so many times. Now, just remember, if you go the regular route that I did, at first, it used to only take 6 weeks because I would get the background check, they'll mail it back to me, then I would send it off to Washington, D.C. or Virginia, Langley, the FBI headquarters. And then they would, put the apostille on it. So it's quite a process, and it doesn't take 6 weeks anymore. Now it's taking 3 months because what we had was the government shutdown. So there's so much paperwork backlog. So what I recommend is go through your local FBI channeler to do this process for you. It is going to be expensive, but I'd rather pay the money just to get it done within 2 weeks. So you want to have these in a row. I would recommend get like 2 copies. So that would usually cost maybe $100 for 2 of these. So I usually get 3. Of course, it's cheap. I only paid what, $54 for 3 of these, because I just don't trust anyone in Korea. When they take my documents, they tend to lose my stuff. So that's why I'm like very adamant about, you give me my paperwork back ASAP, because I'm very adamant, because they got to go register you at immigration in Korea. So yeah, so just real quick, yeah, what happens first again? They give you the background check. This is the background check. And then they put the special apostille. See, this is the special apostille on it. And this is hell to get. So use a channeler. I recommend it. I'd rather you pay more money and you get this done. Oh, and remember, this is only good from 6 months from the day, you know, you get your background check. So if it says June 1st, you only have 6 months. So you better make sure you are lining up a job or end up in Korea, because after 6 months it's no good. Now for myself, it was good for 1 year because I did an after school job. So they're just like, oh, it's still okay, we can still register you. Because for me, I didn't have 1 year, I was like at month 7. So I had like 5 more months, and they're like, nope, that's okay. But for you newcomers, 6 months. So you gotta kind of take care of this quickly if you want to really teach in Korea or even in the other Asian countries. Get her done. Just quote from Larry the Cable Guy, get her done. Don't waste time on this. This is the more critical part of all of them. So that's number 3. All right, before I go over number 4, what you need, we're gonna bite into some more of this. Oh yeah, cheesy, meaty, cheesy fries. Ooh. All right. So far I've gone over the 3 things you need. Step 4, you might need this, you might not. Just have it with you, just in case. Your transcripts. Always have 2 transcripts. So, and what these transcript needs to be is sealed. But some of the, you know, companies, you know, Hagwon or academies don't care if it's sealed. They might just say scan it. But I never had a Hagwon or academy ask me. I had Epic ask me, but I don't know if they ask anymore. I never taught at Epic. So it just depends. Just have the transcripts. So you might need it, you might not. But I just have it just in case. So your academic transcripts. Or sometimes what some people do is they're teaching at Epic or Hagwon, and then they do a master's program. Then you have these on you, and you can just hand it over if you want to do a master's program in Korea. So if you're trying to go advance into a university job or something, even if you know you need a master's and 2 years experience after your master's. So yeah, so you could take this with a grain of salt with the transcripts, you know, and plus you could still do things electronically these days. But I just have them just in case. So yep, that's number 4. Okay, so here we go. I'm gonna eat some more of these meaty fries. Now, number 5, you might need this or you might not. Letters of recommendations. Depends where you're working in Korea. So I have letters of recommendation signed and sealed on the back of 2 of my friends that, wrote letters of recommendation. Here's the funny thing, I never had to use them, but I have them just in case. I could just hand it over if I need to. So yeah, I even have some from Korea in case my dad's friends wrote them for me too in Korean. So I even have Korean letters of recommendation. So yeah. So, but you might need it, you might not. You could still probably get them back home. You can still do it electronically. Because even if they say, yeah, it needs to be sealed, since we have, automation, you might not have to do this, but this is just in case. Oh, and then I like to add another side note besides the 5 points is you do need to get a medical check once you get here in South Korea. Yeah, it's kind of like a drug test. It used to be an HIV test, but legally they're not supposed to test you. It's really illegal, but Korean laws are so vague you don't even know. So we call it. So usually I just ask them, just give me the mayak pigomsa, the blood test with drug. They want to drug test you. So just a reminder, make sure you don't have cannabis in your system if you're going to teach in Korea. So if you've been doing cannabis, clear out your system before you come out to Korea. That's just a word of caution there. Yeah, you do not want it because cannabis is not legal. They're trying to maybe legalize CBD oil. That's the only thing kind of legalized. But hopefully, there's the fight about cannabis. But that's a whole nother subject. But yeah, just don't forget the drug test. So yeah. So I'm gonna eat some more, and then I want to throw some recommendations I have for you future teachers I want to teach in Korea. Oh yeah, I'm gonna try to finish up this burger. Okay, I want to throw some recommendations here. Now, if you're going to do EPIC, Korean program, English program in Korea, it is quite a process. You got to get the intake in at a certain time because they're going to bring you into Korea. If you get hired and go through the whole process, they bring you in a week early and you got to do a week long of orientation. Go over Korean culture, etc., etc. And most of the intakes are you'll be coming in February in the freezing cold, or you'll be coming in late August, burning hot summer. So you're gonna either come in one of those conditions in Korea. Now, academies, Hagwons, be aware, like the big franchises like Cheongdam, they do what EPIC does. They bring you in for a week, consult, you do the whole thing. It's kind of a little gimmicky thing where they want to make sure you know how to teach. And sometimes if you don't make it through that orientation week, they'll like kick you out. Very few, it's happened to very few teachers. So yeah, so you become in. And then some of the jobs like the Hagwons, like those private Hagwons that's not a big franchise, you don't know what you're getting into. You could be the only foreign teacher. So yeah, on top of having all these documents, be careful. Because I've seen horror stories in Korea. I've seen lots of horror stories. And they're supposed to give you a lot of these things by law, and they violate them. So I just want you to know, if you are gonna go to a private Hagwon, beware. And don't trust these directors. Keep your head on a swivel. I'm gonna warn you. You gotta just keep things in the back of your head. So just recommendation. Another recommendation I would say to come is like this. if you have the funds, come to Korea first. Bring all the documents that I just showed you. And you can do the medical check whenever. When you get hired, I'll tell you, go get a medical check. Okay? If you have all these documents, and I'm talking from an American standpoint, as Americans, we have a 90-day tourist visa. So you could hang out there for 90 days, find a job. And I would ask the expats there, who are the best, bosses, who are the ones that are not gonna screw you, who are not gonna, not pay you, or if the school's gonna go down. Usually the ones that know the best are the ones that are here and that's been here. So I do recommend, if you can, come to Korea. Come. If you have enough funds for a month, come. And if you know a friend, see if you can stay with a friend and kind of see if you can deal with any of the Korean issues or societal issues or the differences. Can you deal with any of that? So I do recommend, if you can come. Because as Americans or even Canadians, you Canadians are lucky. You can be here 6 months in Korea. So just food for thought. If you can come here, come here. But no matter what, do your research. Now, I'm not going to go into what is required that they have to give you. I can make another video. There's a lot of bloggers that talk about what is required by law. But I just actually want to show you the actual paperwork, because I've not seen YouTubers that actually show what the paperwork looks like. So if you've seen what documents I have your ducks in a row, and if you can, come, or keep these documents close to you. Because if you're in Korea and there's Hagwons and jobs looking for teachers, you can just jump right into a job. They prefer you to be in Korea than out of Korea. Plus, you can see what's going on. You can visit the academy and see how things are set up. You can maybe get a vibe if it's a good environment to work. So I do truly recommend, if you can, come out to Korea and check it out first. Because we can walk into Korea. You get 90 days. So yeah. Okay, well, if any of you enjoyed this content, please like, subscribe, and if there's some fellow expat English teachers in Korea, please comment if I missed any information or any new law changes, because the laws are changing a lot in Korea when it comes to teaching ESL. So yeah, let's all help each other. So wherever you are, have a great day. Bye.